The consumer watchdog is suing Optus, alleging it engaged in unconscionable conduct when selling phone products to vulnerable customers. Many were First Nations customers from remote and regional areas, as well as customers living with disabilities or in disadvantage. The ACCC alleges Optus engaged debt collectors to pursue many of these consumers. National Consumer Affairs reporter Michael Atkin joins us now with more. Hi there, Michael. So what does the ACCC's lawsuit allege?
Hi, Ros. Very serious sales conduct is the allegation here. So the ACCC says that Optus engaged at its stores, particularly in stores in Darwin and Mount Isa in Queensland, serious sales misconduct, that there was mis-selling, particularly involving First Nations customers, that they were sold expensive products they couldn't afford, in some cases didn't need, and didn't understand what they were signing up to. And that led to considerable harm. Let's hear from the head of the ACCC, Gina Cascott-Leib.
The impacted consumers suffered financial harm of thousands of dollars, but in addition, emotional harm, the fear, shame and distress of the debts and of being pursued by debt collectors. We also allege that the conduct continued after management became aware of the failings in the system being exploited or manipulated by staff in terms of the credit checks, and also that the commission-based remuneration system incentivised this bad sales behaviour. This conduct is unacceptable.
So, Michael, how were First Nations customers allegedly mistreated?
Well, what is alleged is that hundreds of people across the country were missold to, and that included people who had serious cognitive difficulties in some cases or other disabilities, and that they didn't fully appreciate what they were signing up to. In some cases, it wasn't explained, or the allegation is that a series of things, including credit assessments, were manipulated along the way. And probably one of the most serious allegations is that people were sold products that simply didn't work in their communities. So there weren't checks done to make sure that the people who were buying Optus products actually had them functioning once they were back home in remote communities, and many of them were in regional or remote areas. So it's very serious conduct, and it goes down to sales culture but also oversight inside Optus and what exactly the management knew and when. And the ACCC alleges that there was knowledge at senior levels at a point, and not enough was done to stop it and to fix up what had happened to consumers.
So what's the ACCC seeking?
They won't say exactly what the penalty is that they're seeking, but they say it should be significant because this comes after a successful prosecution of Telstra for very similar conduct. And Telstra was fined $50 million for that. And we know that this is more than 400 consumers. In the Optus case, the allegations involve. In Telstra's case, it was just over 100. So it was $50 million in the Telstra case. So we'll wait and see what may happen here. This has a long way to go. The allegations have not been tested in court, but they're also seeking that consumers who were negatively affected by this alleged conduct, that they get remediated properly, but also that there's a series of actions put in place by Optus to make sure this sort of thing can't happen again.
And have we heard from Optus yet?
Not very much. They say that they're aware of the ACCC allegations and reviewing them, and they'll respond in due course. So not much from Optus, but you'd expect these sorts of cases to play out legally over an extended period of time, and there to be considerable pushback on various points is what we usually expect to see.
All right. Michael, thank you.